Hey, you guys, it's Mr. Spalding. It's a little bit after 9 o'clock, and I want to get a message out to you really quick, cover a lot of things in a short amount of time. So I'll speak quickly and get to you. Our meeting this morning on Zoom, where I am, I don't have the best internet, so my voice was a little glitchy and delayed and everything else. So I don't know if that's going to really work too well. So I'll do some of these, but I'm going to go over some of the points that we talked about this morning. First thing, accelerated reader. If you have 300,000 words you've read so far this year, that means starting way back in August. Our first month we started school was August. So August through February, if you have 300,000 words, you've got all your points sitting there in Power School waiting for you. If you don't, everything you read right now and you take an AR quiz, I'm going to add them to that August through February to make sure you get your 300,000 words. So be sure to read your books, take your quizzes online, and that's just going to make sure you have all the words that you need for AR and Power School. But for the Google Classroom that we're doing right now, you every week will get 25 points if you do your journal. So make sure you're doing your journal that's here in Google Classroom for your AR book. And most everybody's doing a great job with that. Just give me some insight as to what you're reading, the page numbers, all that stuff. I want to just make sure you're reading. If you can't find a book, grab your parents and have them make some recommendations, get some books online. I've got a book or two that I could send you a PDF of if you want to read off the computer. So we'll figure something out. I still have recommendations, even though I'm not there. The other thing I wanted to mention, yes, some of you are sending me private messages in Google Classroom. And instead of doing that, if it's a question about, and the example I used this morning was a student wanted to know, oh God, what was the question? It was something that everybody could answer. I can't say it's 9 o'clock. I'm too tired to think of this right now. But somebody had asked a question about something that we're doing in Google Classroom, and it was something that anyone else could have answered. Like, where do you find this? Where do you find that? Put it out there for the rest of the class to help you with. Don't just send me private messages, because 9 times out of 10, others will be able to help you with your questions. So put it out there. The public wants to help you out too. What else did I say? We talked about submitting work. If we're doing an assignment like the preparation for the Shang test that we took, the quiz that we took, and it was just the quiz prep stuff. Still turn it in. Get into the habit of turning your work in. If you don't, it's not the end of the world, but it helps me out and it keeps me from going crazy. You don't want me to go crazy, right? All right. So for today, what I want to tell you about tomorrow, I decided to go easy. I don't mean easy like I don't want you guys to work hard, but I want to spread something out a little bit for you. We start lesson 21 in history. So lesson 21 is the three philosophies in China. You're going to hear about Confucianism, Taoism, legalism, three philosophies that came about during this period called the Warring States period. So the Zhou dynasty, you'll start reading about them, practiced this thing called feudalism. They had the king was up at the top, and below that he had lords, and the lords gave land to the farmers. You're going to read all about this. Well, all of a sudden, these kings started fighting with each other about what was the best way to run China. And then comes these three philosophies during the Warring States period. And the king who had the most power was going to be successful. So it's going to be called the Mandate of Heaven. And I do this, you're going to go, oh, that makes sense. You've seen circle things before. That's going to be the Mandate of Heaven. What I'm getting at is it kicks off with some information, and instead of me making it a one-day assignment for you, I'm going to spread it out over 2 days. So you're going to do the introduction and section 1 of lesson 21 Wednesday and Thursday, 2 days. I'm really being nice to you guys by including the answer key on the Google Classroom assignment. Yes, the answer key is there. All of the answers for the introduction and section 1 are there. I'd rather you not just copy the answers down without using your brain. I want you to think about what you're doing and then just use the answer key as a guide to see if you're doing it right, etc. So there are a couple of reasons I'm doing this. You've never worked out of History Alive, the online program, but what you're getting assigned tomorrow morning is the book, and then below the book are little things like puzzles, write some answers. And then tomorrow you have to even put some thought bubbles in and put words in them. So I thought, I'm just going to give you the answer key so you can kind of see what they come up with, the program does, and then give it your best shot. All I'm asking for you is to make a good attempt at it. If something doesn't go right with it or whatever, do not panic. We'll get through this. You guys are doing a great job as it is. So that's what I wanted to say to you is tomorrow's history is actually going to be tomorrow and Thursday. Make sure it's done Thursday night so that 8 a.m. on Friday, I'm ready to grade it. So let me know if you have any questions. Let everyone know if you have any questions about it, and they can help you. And if they can't help you, I will help you. That's what I'm here for. All right. I've come up with some fantastic jokes, and you're ready for my grand finale joke of the day. Here it is. Ready? What do you call a bear that has no teeth? A gummy bear. That's good. That's not even my best material, but still, it's the best I could do for tonight. Hey, you guys have a great evening. I didn't mean for this message to be so long, but you can read this. You can watch this throughout the day, and we'll be in touch. Talk to you guys later. Have a good evening. Have a good day. Whenever you see this, just have a good time.